edition of the Gunslinger Gaming Podcast. What's kind of big for the Nintendo players out there, there's a lot of talk of whether or not Call of Duty was going to show up for another round of the Wii U, and they confirmed it, both Activision and Nintendo. Confirmed in their tweets that, yes, there will be Call of Duty Ghosts on the Nintendo Wii. You will have Wiimote support along with the gamepad, a Pro Controller that looks like the Xbox One, and I believe even the classic controller. What do you think as far as that being good news for Nintendo? Is it all that relevant? Do you think it will help Nintendo stay in the race at all, since they're kind of suffering right now? What do you think, Tick?
I think it's about the best news they've had in about 2 or 3 weeks. They've had some big stores over in the UK pull consoles and only support, I think, new game releases.
Really?
And yeah, I think it's a good thing. I mean, that's one of the biggest titles. That is the biggest title every year is COD, and the fact that they came out and said that they're going to support it, that's huge.
Now, do you think that... See, their big issue is the third-party lack of support, and there's people that very, like DICE, very vocally saying they have no interest, that it's a waste of time putting anything out on the Wii U. Do you think that at all helps them or not?
I think it depends upon how sales are.
Yeah.
Right now, I think it was early this week, numbers came out that from April to the end of June, Nintendo only sold 160,000 Wii U's worldwide.
Oh, wow.
And, I mean, that hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
And when you look at it from that standpoint, you see why DICE and EA and whatnot are saying, it's not worth it right now to put all those man-hours into it to only sell a few copies of a game.
Yeah. I think, though, that Nintendo's going after a completely different demographic, though. So, I mean, that has to be a factor in why, other third-party developers or even the system itself isn't doing well. It's just like the core gaming demographic isn't there to support the system.
That's a good point because, you go back just to the Wii generation, and, like, Call of Duty, it did well enough on there, but, not nearly what Xbox and PS3, even by percentage of active gamers on their consoles, you didn't even come close to selling those kind of numbers. But GoldenEye did really well, and maybe the distinction there is Nintendo fans associate GoldenEye as a Nintendo title since, the N64 had that classic one, and maybe Call of Duty doesn't really have that for Nintendo.
I think that's pretty relevant, because when I think GoldenEye, I think back to 64, holidays over, everyone crowded around the TV, hooting and hollering. You had that, it's broken up into 4 sections.
Yeah.
Even if it's like, a 19-inch TV, we're all like crowded in, trying to get in it, and I think, it's kind of like, when it's something that's old, that's good, that's tried-tested, why not just update it and resell it again and make more money off of it,
Right. Yeah, well, that's a good point. What do you think, Sophie? Have you ever owned a Nintendo console?
Yeah, I've owned the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, GameCube, and the Wii.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, did you ever have Call of Duty on the Wii?
Yeah, but I traded in because it didn't have zombies.
The first Black Ops didn't. That's pretty significant too. But so what do you think? Do you think that helps the Wii U at all? Do you think it's just not going to really shake kind of the anchor they have on their feet?
Probably depends how good the game is on the Wii U.
Yeah, which brings up a point. There's a lot of rumors online, thanks to the online and in-store marketing by GameStop in the United States, claiming that you will get the pre-order bonuses. Now, keep in mind, during Modern Warfare 3, remember, I don't know if everyone pre-ordered early on Modern Warfare 3, regardless of the system you're on. But remember, we were all promised pre-order bonuses, and I don't think anyone got any through GameStop.
I don't recall. I didn't order Modern Warfare 3 because I was kind of over Call of Duty at the time.
Yeah,
what a very smart man.
Yeah. That yeah.
You saved yourself such a headache.
I played it, but I was and I'm still all about Battlefield, all about DICE. Call of Duty is just, Call of Duty is the McDonald's of first-person shooters.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the best, but they throw the most money at people. And they package it. It's quick. It's easy. There it is.
Yeah. I tend to get diarrhea after playing too. It's just
exactly. It's like when you want McDonald's, it's like, okay, I want McDonald's, and then you get it. You play for it. It's like, why did I go to McDonald's? It's like, you kind of like you're a little bit disgusted with yourself.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel when I play Call of Duty.
Bison, that was a perfect. Perfect. Wow.
Well, if you ask anyone that worked at GameStop at the time, like when you walked in, their associates had during Modern Warfare 3 pick your perk, and when the game came out, no one got any of those perks, if I remember correctly. There was no pre-order bonus.
I never even heard of that one.
Yeah, they cut it out early, and if you notice later on for Black Ops 2, they did something similar. So it's like they had that idea. And then it just didn't pan out for Modern Warfare 3 and ended up showing up for Black Ops 2. Even though that, the pre-order waves, they did it, but I don't think the waves even meant anything at the end. I guess the point being is, I think maybe the fans are reading too much into a kind of global marketing that may be filtered in from the other consoles. And the fact that they're attaching those pre-orders to the Wii U doesn't necessarily mean anyone's going to get it.
No.
And Black Ops 2, they didn't get, what didn't they get? Well, they didn't get Nuketown, they didn't get the DLCs, and still there's not a single Activision game on the Wii U that is allowed to have a digital copy or DLC, so...
They got to get that DLC thing fixed.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, they really, really do, because, as much as... In last episode, we talked about how much we hate it, but we buy it. DLC is king.